Hey, it's Solon. This time I did a mic check, so I won't have to re-record this video again. Yeah, good going. Yeah, let's do this news thing and get her over with, because there went about 20 minutes of my time. Before I start, though, I want to say, hey, thank you very, very much, guys, for helping me hit 1,500 subs, as of a couple days ago. This totally smashes the 1,000 goal that I wanted to hit on August 30th. So again, I want to give you my thanks, and I'm really thankful that you guys have encouraged me and criticized me to the point where I'm going off of away from a script and onto at least like bullet points that I'm going to be using right here again. But if anything, I kind of cheated because I shot this video once with the mic not on or not working correctly, and well, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. Our top story is that Legion is out. Duh. And of course, there are hotfixes that take place at the start of any expansion. Legion, of course, is no exemption. But I wanted to highlight two that I care about, that hopefully you guys might care about a little bit too. One is that an engineering auction bot was added to Dalaran. Before there wasn't one, now there is. Lots of convenience for the players. Cool, thumbs up. The other thing involves a problem that I had with engineering way back in like the alpha and the beta and what have you, where one of the first recipes that you learn requires you to use cooking feasts that you learn in Legion, and it takes forever to learn these feasts in Legion, and that really bottlenecked the entire engineering quest line. So they lifted that feast requirement, they changed it to a different number of mats. Now I'm happy I'm able to move on and actually check out some more of the engineering stuff, and the stuff like gun shoes are absolutely awesome. They're terrific. And that's pretty much the news, except for tomorrow Blizzard is going to show up at PAX. They're probably going to talk a lot about the Legion launch and how well it went, because it did go really, really well. And according to MMO Champion, they may be talking about 7.1 content, because they've already announced the whole Return to Karazhan 7.1 patch, and they may be going into more details, so let's stay tuned. The main thing of the day is kind of a revisit of what I talked about on Wednesday, and that's the whole DDoS attack and how that has affected players, or kind of not affected that many players, at least not at the level that we expected. So before the launch, I had joked repeatedly that, hey, the DDOS Armageddon is coming, August 30th, it's going to be the biggest DDoS attack ever, DDoS, whatever. And it was in jest, but I totally expected it to happen, and that totally did not happen on August 30th. We had a very smooth launch, and while there were some problems with queues and some DDoS and some lag related issues later on, like I'd say in the middle of the second day or the first day, the DDoS came late. It came later than expected, and it makes you kind of wonder, well, one, why did it come late? And two, what does it mean for Blizzard? So the DDoS came late, and we needed to, we want to find out, why did it come late and what does it mean for Blizzard? But of course, we're not going to get all the details as to why or what was done, or, what were all the extra things that were done, or what were the script kiddies or whoever these people are, what were they doing? Were they twiddling their thumbs? Were they up to other things, or were they actually trying and they couldn't succeed until many hours into the expansion? Because normally DDoS attacks are meant to disrupt intended launches, such as the beginning of a WoW expansion launch, the launch of an Overwatch patch, or as a protest. But in this case, it feels like the DDoS was incredibly ineffective this time around. It came late, which means that Blizzard can easily spin this into a, hey, we did it, we fought the good fight, this is how we can handle it, and it writes the narrative that says that Blizzard can pull off a hell of a launch without a DDoS attack marring their ability. Now, of course, Blizzard did take big strides as opposed to Warlords of Draenor when it came to like bottlenecks and things that would otherwise slow down a launch or just piss off a bunch of players into waiting for a really long time for their turn to hit a spyglass or get off a gyrocopter or whatever. So I'm gonna ask this question that I put down right here, and I'd love to know what you guys think. Just leave a comment or send me a tweet, whatever. Here we go. While the DDoS undeniably caused problems for Blizzard and will continue to do so, in the case of the Legion launch, the delayed problem simply strengthened the positive opinion that Blizzard pulled off a really good launch. So again, I want to thank everyone who's been liking and subbing and watching me. I want to thank the handful of folks that have joined me on my Twitch stream when I launched. I consider it kind of successful. I was able to give it a shot. I was engaged for, oh god, 9-10 hours or something like that. I don't know how long it was actually, but I stuck out as long as I could, you know, even though there were only like maybe 2 or 3 people watching. Thank you, very few people who were sticking it out. They were probably guildies, ass kissers, but I'm probably going to be doing it a little bit more. You should expect it probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when we usually raid and this is at 7 p.m. server, or 7 p.m. Pacific time. So join me there, and otherwise holler at me at Twitter. I keep an eye on that a lot more and a lot harder than I do the YouTube comment channel thingamajigger. So next week you can expect more regular content. It's not just gonna be me really, you know, chiming in to say some shit really quick. It's gonna, you know, I do have something in the pipe for Monday, maybe Wednesday. So I'll see you then. You guys have a good weekend and stay breezy.